Good morning, and welcome to Winnipeg. Now, when I was turning in last night, in other words, going to bed, I was thinking it's HMS Rodney Cup Day tomorrow. I have to remember to put on my Rodney shirt. I forgot. And I just don't feel like going and changing it for this opening shot. So, Jeff, sorry. Okay, but we got the cup here. And I know that normally we turn it like this and say, let's roll back, but there is no rollback. I think that today is going to be another one of those days where the video is going to be a little bit different, maybe a little bit disjointed. I've already been out and filled the bird feeder this morning. We'll have to show you about that a little later. There's something interesting I saw at the bird feeder, which I will show you. If I remember, and if it works out. And the sunrise this morning. Well, you could sort of tell that it had come up, but that was about it. It was okay. The guy on the bicycle sort of added to it, right? Okay, so why do I not have the Iowa on the table? What's this? Okay, well, some of you folks, let me get this out of the way here before I spill it. I know for a fact that some of you people are computer buffs, and the reason I know that is because I've received comments recently when I was talking about upgrading the video card, and I realized that there's some really knowledgeable people out there. Either that or they're doing a real good job of copy pasting out of Google and making themselves look smart. Anyway, I thought for those of you who are computer buffs, I'm a camera buff. I know cameras, but I really don't know that much about computers. I've changed cards years ago when it was fairly simple and stuff like that, but nothing like this. Okay, this is the box that the card came in. So those of you who are computer buffs, this is the box. The card is in the computer, and I can't really show it to you. It's too bad I can't show it to you because it's one of those cards that sort of lights up along the sides, and it's got this sort of kind of like neon northern lights flowing, and it's a beautiful looking thing. It's a shame it's closed up in a case you can't see it. Anyway, I was looking at this box earlier this morning. The old video card is in there, and I'm going to give that to my son, hoping he can use it. But I was thinking this morning about the box. You know, if this box is really designed nice. You know, Apple products like the Apple iPad and iPhones and something and that sort of thing, they come in a really classy, beautiful box, right? And at least they used to. I don't know if they still do. And this box is like that. And I was thinking that if they didn't go to all the work and expense of making this expensive box, they probably could have knocked $100 off of the price of the well, not that much, but you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, if you're wondering how the new card is working, I've only tested it out one time. I had saved a complete file or set of files and the program and everything that the old card couldn't handle. And I thought I'll just see when I get the new card, I'll do everything exactly the same and see if it will render the video. And it did, flawlessly, absolutely flawlessly. Another thing that I've noticed that with this new card, if I'm watching something off YouTube right now, and it is in 8K, and it is out there, and it is in 8K at 60 frames a second, it's nice and smooth. It doesn't hesitate or what's the word I'm looking for here? Buffer. It doesn't buffer. It just keeps going nice and smooth and steady. So there is an improvement. But the main thing is, it doesn't crash on me now when I try to render an 8K video. Enough about 8K. So anyway, those of you who are, let's see, is that going to reflect? Okay, that's the card. And it's a big thing. It's got 3 cooling fans. It takes up the pretty near the full length of the case. They had to rearrange a bunch of stuff in my case to get it in. They did quite a bit of work on that. And by the way, I got this done at a place here in Winnipeg called iTech Computers. I've been dealing with these guys for, I can't remember how many years, but I'm guessing about 15, way back when they were in their old location. And I've always been very satisfied. I get the impression they're honest, you know. In other words, I don't think they put spyware on my computer now and all of a sudden my bank account's going to be emptied out. I hope. No. Anyway, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Now I just wanted to mention here that after we were all settled up and I was ready to leave, a couple of the guys, there was Jared and I think his name was Rob, they carried the stuff out to the car for me. Nice. Good customer service. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, these guys are pretty good. Oh, another thing. Anybody who would have their computer shop right next to a pizza place is got to be good people, right? Okay, let's move on here this morning. I know we're going to want to get into the Iowa box from a couple of comments I got. People were thinking that they'd like to see a type of a box opening. I'm not going to do that. I just want to get into it. If you want to see a box opening of this very same kit, Paul from Out of the Box Models, I think he calls himself, he did a box opening and he went through all the sprues and stuff like that. You can watch that. I'm not going to try to do the same thing again. What we will do as we go through the build, I will be showing close-ups like I normally do, all being well, of the various parts and so on. So yeah, let's sort of move on here. Okay, just one more thing here. I took the old video card out of the box because, as I mentioned, I was going to pass it on to my son. And I thought you might want to see the card that was in there. Now this is actually a very good card, but I think I'm trying to do something that most people don't try to do. So anyway, this is the card that was in my computer. And it did pretty good. So anyway, yeah, RTX 4000, whatever that means. That's the model number. Anyway, for those of you who are computer buffs, there you go. Feast your eyes. Yeah, I guess we're going to be putting these together. Now, I haven't decided yet what kind of glue I'm going to use here, or even if I'm going to be doing it today or not. Obviously there has to be some sprue removed. Are these supposed to be any sort of pins or anything go in these holes to line them up? I don't see anything here. It just shows that they go together. Now I'm going to make a little bit of a play on words here, but I can't take credit for it because one of the viewers already suggested something like this. So what I'm going to say is, I think we are going to have one hull of a time here with this. A hull of a good time, yes. Wonder how long it's going to take to build. I'm going to estimate a year. The Rodney went fast towards the end, but then I didn't do some of the things that I possibly could have that would have taken up more time. But we won't talk about the Rodney anymore. I fastened the manual up on the wall with the other two manuals, so we got 3 manuals going on there. I'm having a hard time getting started here. I think what I'm going to do is just push stop and maybe, well, I can't glue these together until I get this flashing off of here. So now I was thinking afterwards that maybe somebody would have liked to have seen the manuals up on the wall. Okay, there they are. Now, one thing I did do, about 15 minutes ago, I took this hull over and I held it up against the Rodney, and it is longer than the Rodney is, and that's without the bow section on. That's the difference in size. Yeah, that's a much bigger ship. And what's nice about this ship is you can actually go and see the real thing. Yeah, I think that's really tremendous. Okay. Now earlier this morning when I was changing our sunrise camera back into the bird feeder camera, I was noticing we had a different bird clinging to the side of the suet cage. And to think I was going to take that suet cage off and throw it out. Glad I didn't now. It seems like one of the birds likes it. Now I'm not sure what kind of bird this is, but I would think it's probably a type of woodpecker. Just going by the beak. I'm sure there's people out there that know. Now I also saw that the seeds have really gone down again, and this is like in 48 hours, or is it 72? Anyway, it's not very long. So I thought I'd give our brand new bird seed that I got yesterday from Canadian Tire a try. Yeah, let's see what happens to that. I'm sure the birds will like it. Okay, I was just getting ready here to cut off some of the flashing pieces that I know are flashing, like this piece here. There's no place on the mirror image of it where it has to go in. It's just got another one that has to be nipped off. However, you will notice this part right here. We don't want to take this off because it's supposed to go in this hole right here. But as near as I can tell, that's the only place where we have a peg that has to go into a hole. Now just let me turn this stuff around here. On the other side, or on the bottom of the hull, we have a I don't know what you call it, whatever would be the opposite to a slot. This part here goes in this slot right here. So that's kind of like a, positioning pin, I guess you'd call it. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and do the rest of this off camera. Okay, now when you're sanding or filing down to get rid of something like this right here, this is where a person can really get into trouble fast. And that is that you will find that you've gone too deep and you've made sort of a little, it's kind of hollow there, and then you're going to be putting model putty in the front there and trying to straighten it out. Whereas if you can manage to just stop just as soon as this thing disappears, that's all you need. All right, now that's about it. I notice it's starting to go in a little bit there, so I don't think I'm even gonna. I could maybe, if I hold my sanding stick a little bit at an angle, there'll be less of a chance of taking it down where I'm not supposed to. But on the other hand, I don't know if I want to go any lower. Maybe if I hold the file at an angle like that. Yeah, we're getting it a little bit. Well, we'll see how that looks after we flip this over and made it down on this one right here. So we're going to do the same thing right here. Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm watching this edge right here, that it doesn't all of a sudden look like it's starting to go in like this. I think that's probably about it. I haven't got enough other stuff removed to check it out. Having a hard time getting going on this particular build. Anyway, that was the beginning of our Iowa. We'll get there, folks. We'll get there. Okay, I don't know if you can read my watch there or not, but it is getting on this afternoon. I've let time get away on me again, but I'm having a sort of a, I don't know if you'd call it an inspiration moment or what, but if you remember, we were saving these used swabs here. Now, this may not work, but I was just sort of wondering if, remember I was talking earlier about, I was wondering if there was pins. Oh, that's obviously not long enough. Okay, well, we cut something a little longer, I guess. I don't know if okay, unfortunately the diameter is just a little bit too much here, but I was wondering if a person had a pin coming out of one so that it would go into the other. Would it help to line these up, or is it a case of it doesn't really make any difference anyway, because this one here and this one here are gonna, do such a good job. Okay, I still got to do some more filing on those sprue connections. Okay, like right here, you can see it has to go together a little better. And right here, I think it is going to fit pretty good, but we're going to have to deal with that in the next episode, folks. Yeah, I'm going to call it quits here for this afternoon, and if I come at it again this evening, I will video what I do, all being well. So thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.